Good morning, y'all. As promised, it's new morning. It is 0600. And what does the O stand for? Oh my god, it's early. Okay. I would like to introduce y'all to a woman that has been, I guess, ordained by fate or whatever to always be part of my life. And the unique dynamic with that. We started out as kind of like family. My mom's best friend. Then she became my wife. Then we got divorced. Then, a little bit down the road, started dating. Then separated, and now she's a very close dear friend, and also an employee who handles my books and paperwork, stuff like that. And is sitting here has been on the truck with me. The thorn in my side, pain in my ass, but she's, great person, really, nice, helpful person, go out of the way to help people, no matter how many times they burn her. And I would like to turn the camera on and introduce you to her. Really? Miss Donna Green. Donna, say hi.
Hi.
And also, y'all, the person that, if you guys keep her in your thoughts and prayers, she's got really bad COPD, like stage 3 COPD, and trying to get on disability and retirement. But I didn't mention her yesterday in my video, but I should have. And I wanted to be able to be introduced to her, but like I told y'all, I would be making a video this morning. And right now, as you can tell, kind of bouncing around a little bit. They are unloading my trailer. And came knocking on the door. Woke me. Well, I don't know exactly if it really woke her up, but woke me up about 5:30 this morning. So, now I'm unloaded, or being unloaded. Now I'm actually going on shift here because my 10-hour is up.
That's your job, man.
So
they woke you up.
I will. So I gotta do my pre-trip, my 15-minute pre-trip. I've already pre-tripped the truck and the trailer, but I gotta put it on pre-trip before I can do load and unload. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put it on unload status, actually, since they're loading and unloading.
They're loading?
Or, well, no, but it's under one whole same status. Well, I'll show you guys what it looks like here this morning. Bring the camera around. Put it on the mount. Alright.
Turn that way.
As you can see, it is. Well, the camera's adding more light now because the light off the building, but it is still dark. You got the crickets and the cicadas chirping this morning, making noise. But it is beautiful here in Virginia. Then going to be heading, I think it's still in Virginia. We're going to be picking up the load, then heading to Pennsylvania, I want to say, for delivery today. I'm not sure if I can make the delivery. I gotta check, see what time my delivery is.
Tomorrow.
Delivery is for tomorrow.
Tomorrow evening. Tomorrow, 6 o'clock. Pick up today at 6 o'clock tomorrow. And delivers tomorrow at 6.
But yeah, it'd be an easy jaunt to go pick the load up and an easy jaunt to go get delivered. Not too bad. And that's one thing she does. She keeps track of pickup and delivery times, as you know,
Where are you going?
where I'm going. She does the trip sheet. She pretty much keeps track of all the books and the paperwork. But you know, because I can't stand doing that stuff, honestly, y'all. I really can't. It's a pain in the backside.
Necessary pain,
But it's a necessary evil part of the job. Part of the job I don't want. So, you know what? She likes doing this stuff. Hire her to do it. And yes, I said hire. All right. Last couple paychecks I haven't been able to do it, but I'm going to get back on and try doing it. I'll actually pay her to do the books and the paperwork. I know the dynamic is very odd in this kind of a situation, this kind of relationship. Don't expect anyone to really understand it, but hey, it works.
You shouldn't say you love somebody that has never fucked you over and did nothing but good to you and not be able to be friends. If you can't, then there was no love there ever. Now, if they screwed you over, that's different. You have reason not to want to be friends or anything. Nobody likes to be screwed over more than once.
Yeah. I just wanted to kind of introduce her to y'all and I want to say good morning to
The world.
to the world. Good morning, world. Saying good morning to my mom, morning to Papa Chip, and good morning to Roxy. Now, one thing, Roxy's been a friend of mine for 23 years, and just got back in contact with her again. Let's say about maybe less than a year ago or so, and so that's another strange dynamic. But things in life, especially in my life, seems to never work according to the laws of what everyone else in society says. But you know what? They can all blow me if they don't like it. I don't care. And also just got back in contact with my cousin, Karen. She watches this video. Hey, cousin. My cousin is... I've been out of contact with my cousin, Karen, now for almost 30 years. And finally got back in contact with her. She's on my dad's side. My Uncle Tommy, rest in peace. He passed away of brain cancer. She's his daughter, my Uncle Tom's daughter, my biological dad's brother. With whom I don't have really in contact with my biological father, but that's a whole different ball of wax, whole new ball game of that. That's a whole new, another story there.
Yeah, no, we won't be going into that.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely not getting into that. I really have to agree with that. But,
What's today? Let me mark that on my calendar.
But I'm gonna, this. Sorry, y'all. I'm still waking up, so getting my eyeballs open. That's one thing about driving a truck, y'all, out here, just like the military. You don't have set circadian sleep rhythm. You don't have set sleep hours, set driving hours. Sorry. Your hours vary. One day you could drive it in the day, the next day you find driving through the night. You know, as a truck driver, it's just one of those things. You know, it throws your body off. That's one reason yesterday the evening that this job is not for everybody. If you require that you only sleep at night or only sleep during the day and can only drive or work this many hours, I'm sorry, this job's not going to be for you. There's one shift you might drive a full 10, 11 hour shift. Next shift you might only drive 2 or 3 hours. You know, and one day you might get into your next shipper or your receiver in and out lickety split. Other days, you might sit at your sit at your shipper or receiver like we did. We sat here overnight and I'm getting paid for it because they wanted me to be on the property. Well, okay, you're going to pay me for it. $100 an hour for 10 hours. You know, by the time they get me offloaded, fully paperwork signed, and I should start, right before I start rolling, it might be closer to 11, 12 hours. But you know what? I'm sorry. Y'all told me I had to be here. Absolute must be here. Well, I got here, so now you're going to pay me for it. The thing
before Kara leaves.
So, it's just, again, this is not for everybody. It's not really for the faint of heart. You have to be strong out here. This job can mess with your mind. You know, too much time out here on the road to think about things, get inside your own head. Especially driving at night, you know, the road can really play tricks on you. You gotta be alert, very alert at all times. And, you know, it's just one of those things, it's sort of a trade-off, you know, have absolute complete freedom and deal with the odd up and down, different type of driving and sleep times, or have someone up your butt all the time and have a set schedule. I'm sorry, I'm tired of people being up my butt all the time. I have supervisors look, you know, watching on my shoulder all 24/7. I can't do that anymore. So I drive a truck. You know, I love it. I can't do it. I just can't seem to see myself doing anything else. Plus, like I say, you know, you get paid to be out here on the road and see different states every day. Your office view changes all the time. And you can jam out to music and goof off and have fun. And still get paid to do it? Hell, why not? You know? Like I said yesterday, you miss birthdays, holidays, funerals, you know, births. You know, family members wind up in the hospital. You know, I call him Dad because he's been more dad than my own biological father ever has. Chip, you know, been in and out of the hospital, you know. And there's nothing you can do about it because you could be on the other side of the country like I am. You know, all over here the other side of the country, and my stepfather wound up in the hospital, the VA hospital. You know, well, at least, you know, only a phone call away. You know, my mom could either call me or she can call Donna because my mom and Donna are, you know, very close friends, like sisters almost. And, you know,
Kill somebody for hurting me.
right?
Good work. Already got a couple on the list.
Yeah. But, like I said, it wears on you mentally, emotionally, and physically. Got a herniated disc in my back. You bounce around. The truck is bouncy. Not as bouncy as a KW. Kenworth, that's still in the Shotgun Sports, Nevada. You hit a bump, and it's a hard bump. It's a hard hit. And this truck, not so much. It's more bouncy because it's got really, really awesome air ride suspension. Kenworth has air ride, but not as much. So you take the bumps, take the hits a lot harder than you would.
Oh shit, we're going to be there till 6
with this truck.
We have
And
108 miles to go. So
how many miles?
108, so an hour and 45 minutes maybe.
Yeah, 108.
So we can stop and drink some coffee.
Yeah, 108 miles to pick up, and how many hours for delivery, Donna?
Hours?
Or how many miles?
454.
454. Technically, I could do my pickup and my delivery today,
Yep.
but pickup
Find a truck stop.
is 6 p.m. tonight. Deliveries 6 p.m. tomorrow night. 1,800 hours for those with military time experience. Or they call it Zulu time.
Zulu.
But here, I want to let you guys see this. The sun's starting to come up. Let's see. It's getting daylight. The evil hot ball of gases coming up is rising in the sky.
Oh, it's not. The earth is turning.
And I don't know if y'all could hear them crickets and the cicadas chirping. It's a beautiful sound. And with all this green and lush trees and foliage and stuff, the air smells clean and clear. And that's another plus side about driving a truck. You get away from the big cities, all the smog, all the pollution. It is just awesome. You breathe fresh, clean air. And I know a lot of people complain about us. We're big, we take up too much space on the road, we're dangerous, we're slow. Yeah, we are slow. I'm governed at 65 with the pedal, 68 on cruise control. Not all trucks are governed. A lot of owner-operators, their trucks aren't governed together. They can do 70, 80 miles an hour easy. I can get up to, depending on the downhill grade, I get up to about 75, 76. 76 is the fastest I've got in this truck down a hill. But that was with like 44,000 pounds in the box or in the trailer. We call it the box. And with about an 8% downhill grade. And that's with the cruise control set and Jake brakes at the Jake 3. Now, for y'all who don't know what Jake brake is what we call compression brake. Compression brake is when the engine brakes. Each setting, it closes off a certain amount of. Morning, Uncle Will. Hope you're doing okay. Hope you're holding up there. My Uncle Will, he's online watching.
You know you have the camera facing you, right?
Yeah. Like I said, he had his house burned down that he's staying in. And he was able to get his kitty out. They're okay. He's another one who drives a truck. He drives locally up there in Charleston, South Carolina, which I'm not too far from. I've been trying to get a load going there, and they're working on it. But to continue on, Jake brake is a engine brake. Each setting closes off a certain amount of cylinders to the engine and uses the exhaust pressure push the exhaust back at the engine, causing the engine to bog down and slow down. That's the easiest way I could explain Jake brake. Correct me if I'm wrong, Uncle Will. Maybe you can explain it better. He's had his CDL a lot longer than I have. I've lined my CDL about 2 years and maybe a total of a year behind the wheel of a truck.
Got it right.
And now a lot of towns we go through say no Jake brake or no engine braking, but I'm sorry. We have a lot of times, especially when you got a lot of weight in the box, you have to use engine brake. It's just kind of one of those unavoidable things. Oh, I imagine, Uncle, you're tired. I can imagine what the last day and a half what you've been through. I've been there myself. At least you're okay. At least Miss Pretty's okay. At least, Red Cross was able to put him up and help him out, which is, give all thanks in the world to the Red Cross for helping people in emergencies. I really do. They were there. They helped him out. It's not like, they left him stranded or, with no place to go, nothing to do. Red Cross was really awesome in this situation. But just really grateful that my uncle and his kid are okay and that no one got killed, no animals got killed in the house fire. That's just can't get thanks enough for that. And also thankful that my uncle's alarm went off, or else my uncle would have, him and his cat may have not survived. But his alarm went off, he's getting ready for work, and because of that, they were able to make it out. Not everybody is that blessed or that lucky, whatever you want to call it, and not everybody is able to survive. But my uncle and his cat and whatnot, they all made it out, all survived, thank God. So, still got his honorary butt, around, and, hopefully he'll be around for another 20, 30, 40 years, to constantly be a big pain in my butt uncle, which I love my uncle to death. I just got back in contact a few short years ago with my uncle, with him, and, we don't really talk a whole lot because, he's busy working, I'm busy working, schedules don't really meet up, but try to keep in contact from time to time. We really do. He delivers from the shipyards to the rail yards there in Charleston. As where I'm in the OTR side over the road. But he gets paid more than I do because right now that's where the money's at. It's in the local driving. Don't get me wrong, my paychecks are not that bad at all. My paychecks are not bad at all. They're really not. But I'm maybe making half of what he makes. Yes, I know. You want me to drive local? I'm thinking about it, but right now, I'm just gonna, stay OTR for a minute and then eventually maybe go local. I've been tossing it around for a while and I'm gonna keep tossing it around. Pros and cons. And see if I can show you guys the fog we're dealing with here. You guys might not be able to see it, but there is a good amount of fog rolling in. I'm gonna take the phone off the mountain, but show y'all my mountain's being a pain in the butt. See, there we are. See the fog rolling in. It is beautiful out here. It really is. I love it. It's here in Virginia.
Turn that on.
They might be done unloading me. As soon as they come tell me it's time for paperwork, I will leave it on outside view and go get my paperwork signed and all that good donkey mess. I gotta reach my mount. There. Nope. Sorry, y'all. My mount's being a little finicky this morning. But, man. And, my biggest pet peeve is, y'all out there complaining about us truck drivers, us big trucks. Y'all want food to eat, one bit to buy clothes, toys, movies, electronics, whatever from your stores. If it wasn't for the ships bringing goods, to and from different countries and different states, and us trucks and the trains, bringing goods, your store shelves would be empty. You would have nothing. You'd could be hungry, homeless, no clothes, no water, no nothing. And yeah, I hear people complain all the time, though, the store didn't have what I wanted, didn't have this, didn't have that. Well, we're doing the best we can. There is over a 70,000 driver shortage in this country. And the shortage is just getting bigger. Because a lot of states are prohibiting owner-operators now from operating within their states. Which is going to put, more loads for us OTR guys and non-owner operators. But it's also going to put more of a constraint on what is and is not on the store shelves. I took the day off, figure out what to do about the stuff that I can save, but I'm going to go back to sleep. Aww, more kitty. Alright, Uncle, you get some rest. And as soon as I get rolling here, I'm going to it'll be a quick video to let you guys watch. Because I'm going to find a truck stop near the receiver, and then I'm going to, park until just short of my pickup and go ahead and do what we got to do. Okay? Alright. So, yeah, get some sleep, Uncle. I'm so sorry you're going through what you're going through. It's a bitch. I know it is. I'm here for you. Love you. You talk. I sent you my phone number. Got me on Facebook and Messenger and stuff. Call or message me anytime. If I'm driving, I'll answer. Got the Bluetooth for the truck, so I can talk to you. Will do. And when you wake up, you always gotta check out what you missed on the video. And send love to Miss Pretty, a little kitty cat. Yeah, such a precious, adorable kitty. Man, this fog is just, man, I gotta put on outside video again. Look at that, that fog is just getting thicker by the minute.
It'll be fine when the sun comes up.
Yeah. But yeah, going back to what I was talking about, if you guys want to have food, water, clothes, whatever, then please don't complain about us trucks.
I'm talking about people who complain about the price of gas knowing they needed to get to work.
We do the best we can out here. It's not like, we don't sacrifice out here for you guys, because we do. We start, But we do it because it's a necessary evil. The job's got to be done. Shelves got to be stay stocked. And also, if we weren't hauling parts to water plants and power plants and stuff like that, or manufacturers hauling stuff to have parts made, you wouldn't have power. You wouldn't have water. You know, the economic structure of this country would come to a grinding halt. All it would take is literally 24 hours, one whole day of every truck on the road, coming to a complete grinding stop. Just all the trucks on the roads pulling over and stopping for 24 hours. This country and our president, our government would have a fracking aneurysm. This country would come to a grinding halt.
It would take a little longer than that.
And now imagine if we came to a complete stop for, say, 72 hours. By the middle of the second day, I can almost guarantee almost every shelf on every store in every state, every city, whatever, town, whatever, would be bare. There would be nothing.
And then what would you do?
Yeah. What would y'all do?
The pandemic.
Y'all
would. Glad them trucks were running then.
Yep. There'd be nothing. Y'all would be begging for us to get rolling again.
Or go back to trains.
Yep.
And then they'd be bitching about the train stopping.
All right. Now, I don't know if y'all know, but look what happened up in Canada. Every driver in Canada, luckily those drivers actually have the support of their towns and cities and states. They came to a grinding halt. They stopped running. They boycotted and they went on strike. But the local communities supported it. Because, the increase in fuel prices, the increase in prices for merchandise on the store shelves, the increase in our insurance prices, our fuel prices, increase on the regulations against us or on us by the DOT or Department of Transportation, and now the government is giving in to the drivers because they understand the drivers cannot survive, especially the owner-operators, lease operators cannot survive with such high taxes and fuel prices and stuff on the drivers. That's why right now I'm not a lease operator, owner-operator. Thinking about it, but only if the prices evened out again, lower down like where they used to be only about a year or two ago, then yeah, maybe I might. But right now, no, because just to fill this truck up from only about where sitting at a quarter of fuel, it takes about $800 to $1,200 to fill, depending on what state I'm in and what truck stop I go to, to fill my tanks. I can't afford that. That'd be a whole paycheck for me.
It'd be more than that.
No.
You had to fill this truck up at least twice a week.
So I have to really give kudos to my brother Scott Zane, my mentor. He's a lease operator. Man, he is, I don't know how he does it, but he is managing to stay rolling. Even with such high fuel prices and taxes and whatnot. I gotta give kudos to these owner-operators who are out here busting their butts as an owner-operator and make ends meet for their family. Don't know how they do it, man, but, God bless them, man. They're amazing. Because I know right now I would not be able to do it. That's just, a hard, cold fact. I gotta face facts. We all do. It's just a fact of life. If you can't do something, just admit it. You can't do it. There's no shame saying I can't do this right now.
Wow, I finally learned that.
You know, I'd love to be owner operator, lease operator. I'd be tickle pink if I could, but and get away from being a company driver. But just can't do it right now. That's just one of them facts that I say, hey, it is what it is. So, you know. Alright, well, I'm going to cut this video short for a little bit until I get rolling, then I will put another video on live, feed on. Okay, until then, keep the dirty side down, keep the rubber on the road. Take care.